Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video I'll take a quick look at the Arbitrum network and of course at my Matic farms as well. I've been on holiday for a week, so it will be really interesting to see what has happened. I didn't look at anything at all, so I am just excited as you are. So if you want to find out more, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe at the end of the video. To get this video started, we will start with the project that got the most attention last week when it comes to the Arbitrum network, and that was ArbiNYAN. So it's the meme coin that we have right here. As we can see, of course the APR has gone down a lot, but it's still very impressive. It seems like they did 3 airdrops for everybody who was staking, and then we have the NYAN pool for just the NYAN tokens, which still has 1,400 APR. So it's not APY, it's APR, which is definitely very impressive. In the meanwhile, I only bought 100 of those NYAN tokens, and I had farmed 35, so I'm going to stake these as well. So sadly I wasn't able to hyper compound these, but of course it was a very small amount and it was just for fun and to see how the whole project works. Of course, as we could have expected, the TVL has gone down significantly compared to the last time we looked at this project, and the price of course has followed. It didn't tank as far as I expected. I think we bought it at 172 or something, so yeah, it's definitely a very significant drop, but thankfully it didn't go to zero yet. We can also see that the whole reward mechanism will stop in a little under 80 hours. So yeah, after that you will not be able to get these rewards anymore. Does that mean you have to jump into this project right away? Of course not. There is no information on this page at all. We have a tokenomics and distribution plan, which is not really saying anything. So yeah, this is just a meme coin. There is not much going on. There is no roadmap. There is no real future for this project. I have no idea what they're gonna do with it. So yeah, I would not be putting my life savings into this one. So for me personally, I didn't really put any real money into this one. I just bought it for the fun of it. You never know what's gonna happen with a meme token, so I'm willing to take the gamble. 99% certain this one is going to zero, but like I said, I didn't really put any real money into it, so I'm just gonna compound the NYAN tokens and then we'll just see what happens by the end of the year. Next up we have the Honeypot. This one I was taking a little bit more serious. Of course it was risky as well because we're using the honey token, which is a farm token. All the pairs on here are with the honey token, so yeah, everybody who wants to get into these farms has to buy the native farm token, which of course is always risky. Here it's very important, this is APY, this is not APR. But of course this is still very, very healthy. Sadly, I wasn't able to compound it. So far, during this week, I've collected 1,280 honey, which is now worth about $70. Of course, if I would have compounded it daily, this would have been more. So for now, I'm going to leave in my tokens for a while, just see what happens on the Arbitrum network. So I'm going to harvest this and then reinvest it, and I'll keep doing this for the upcoming 7 days, and then we'll see by the end of the week how the things evolve. The last coin I also bought was some Arbitrum Doge, which hasn't been doing very well either. I think it went down 60%, so yeah, it's not the best investment, but I'm just going to recycle it and then use the honey that I'm collecting from this one and then reinvest it into this one. And hopefully I'll get some return on my Arbitrum Doge that way. So that's it for my adventures on Arbitrum for now. I know some of you made some suggestions in the comment section, but like I said, I was gone for the week, so I haven't been able to look at the other projects. That's something I will try to do in the upcoming week as well. Alright, let's take a quick look at Polycat Finance. As we can see, the POL token just kept on dumping, and of course the TVL kept on going down. In this week, I gathered $10 I could harvest, which of course isn't that much. Next up, we have qi-dao. I still have a significant portion of my budget into this one. As you can see, they updated the website again. They added some liquidity pools and links to them on different platforms. That can be very helpful, but sadly in my main browser it's still not loading correctly. You can see it's not loading the pool stats and it's not loading the price information right here. This is something they should fix. I do have to note it's not the same in every browser. In Brave browser, for example, it works perfectly. Yeah, one of you guys also posted a comment that this was a reason why they didn't invest in the farm, and I completely understand. If it's a new website, you don't know the project and it's not loading correctly, and it doesn't give a lot of confidence. So I'll shoot them a message on Discord and hopefully they're able to fix this. My workaround is VFAT Tools. As you can see, it simply loads all the different staking pools that we have. and we can see our stats here, and we can add liquidity or remove liquidity straight from this website. So it's a really handy tool. In the past week, I've collected about $250 worth of qi tokens. Sadly, we started above a value of 10k, so we did go down $500 or $700. We still have a good APR of 136%. I probably would have farmed a lot more if I would have compounded on a daily basis, which I haven't done because I was on a holiday. Yeah, right now, this means we are still in the red even with these $250 worth of qi tokens. As with any farm token, it is risky to hold on to the farm token of a project. However, I believe they have some interesting things in store for this project, so I'm willing to take this risk. That is why I'm going to keep an eye on it for the upcoming week. If it doesn't drop significantly, then I'm just going to hold on to this, because I do think they have interesting things coming up, and then hopefully the price will bounce back to 0.7 and maybe even up to 1. Of course, it also depends on what's going to happen in the market. If we are going to have a repeat of the 2018 scenario, that means that we had some hopium that the market would go up again, and that there is a small chance that we're going to crash. Of course, on the other hand, if it's completely different from 2018, that means that the only way is up for the rest of the year, and then I can't believe that the qi token will not follow. So it's a bit of a gamble that I'm taking here, but again, I'm willing to take this risk. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research, but this is what I'm doing right now. Next up, we got Polypup Layer 4. So thankfully it started farming, and right now we have gathered $20 worth of the color token. Now, when it comes to TVL in this farm, it is impressive. They are all the way up to 10 million. When we were looking, of course, the farm wasn't live yet. There was almost 1 million into it. And right now, 7 days later, we are at 10 million. So yeah, that's a serious amount of money into a farm like this. Now, when it comes to the farm itself, it's of course still a very interesting farm with 137 APR, and this for a stablecoin pair, it's impressive. So if you're holding stablecoins, this might be interesting. When it comes to the farm itself, I'm going to leave my tokens in here, mainly because, of course, I paid this 4% fee. For this value, it's about $1,000, so that's $40 that I have to recover, which I would have done if I would have kept an eye on the farm while I was away on vacation. But yeah, I didn't. So right now I've recovered about $20, so I have to keep it in here for at least one more week before I break even. And if the APR stays as high as it is now, then it would be a no-brainer to put some stable coins in here. Of course, it will go down, but hopefully it will stay above 100% APR for one more week, and then I'll be able to break even on this, and then whatever happens afterwards, yeah, I don't really care that much. Next up, we have Polyshield. This one was at 8.3 million a week ago, and right now we are at 8.6 million, so it has gone up. At least it hasn't gone down in TVL, so that's good as well. So when it comes to the farm, we're still in that USDC wrapped ETH farm. The APR has gone up to 180%. We still, of course, have 2k locked in there. Since this is still a very interesting APR, and I already broke even on the fees, I'm going to leave in my liquidity here. Of course, I will start harvesting on a daily basis again to avoid losing too much money on these price swings. The last farm that I'm going to take a look at is the Delirium Farm. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. The Sandman farm was a really interesting one, so this is the second level, and that's why I bought some tokens in pre-sale. Sadly, I forgot that I was going on holiday, and of course today the farm went live, so the APRs are very interesting right now. We already have 1.7 million locked up. So the pre-sale did end. I was able to get these tokens early, so I could have sold them to people who were willing to buy the tokens for a higher price. So I think I could have done an easy 2x on these tokens, but yeah, doesn't matter that much. I didn't put that much money into it. So I'm going to convert these these Delight tokens, which I got, into Delirium tokens, and then I'm going to put them in a Delirium Matic farm. So right now, as we can see, the farm started today, and the APR is very interesting. Of course, this will go down very quickly, and the price, of course, will also follow as people start selling the token on the market. So right now, I used my Delirium tokens that I got early on, and I put them in a Delirium Matic pair, as you can see right here. And then I sold some of my qi liquidity to put it in here because, yeah, 2000% APR is very interesting. Of course, you cannot forget the 4% fee, and this 2000 APR will go down significantly by tomorrow morning. So do keep in mind, I just do this because I'm here early. I should be able to get my 4% deposit fee back in 4 days, and after that I should be getting still a very nice APR. I think by the end of the week we should still be above 100%, and I'm hoping we'll even be above 200% by the end of the week. And if that is the case, then I don't regret pulling some of my liquidity tokens from qi-dao. I did have a significant portion of my liquidity over there, so that's why I pulled a little bit of the liquidity there and put it into this ETH USDC liquidity pair. So when it comes to the Delirium Matic farm, it is always very risky to use these Delirium tokens because it's a farm token. Right now the APR is very high and I'm in very early, so I'm going to leave it in here for 3 days, and usually after a few days it will start dumping. Thankfully the deposit fee is 0, so there is for me no cost in doing this. So yeah, in the middle of the week I will check how things are going and I'll probably pull this liquidity and sell whatever tokens that I have. When it comes to this one, of course I don't mind keeping it in on a much longer time because I do believe in Ethereum, of course, as a token, and I want to make back my 4%, and I will just sell my Delirium tokens on a daily basis. Right, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions, do not hesitate to post a comment, or if you just want to say hi, then please do so. Also, if you want to stay up to date, don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well. And then there's only one thing left to say. If you aren't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button right now, hit that notification bell, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.